Zel Boy Army, what is going on? It's your boy Zelonius and my spicy friend back here, Mr. Ainsley Harriott. We're here today with a tactics video. Lots of people have been asking me what tactics I'm using on the new patch, what I'd recommend at the moment. And the 4-2-3-1, I don't like it as a formation in terms of I don't enjoy it, but I think it's still the best formation, it's still what a lot of pros are using. I'm going to go through the tactics, why I think it's so good, and how to work it, and I'll show you one half of me playing a Div 1 Rivals game so you can see how I use it in game, and I'll explain what I like about it. If you like these videos, please literally like them, subscribe to the channel. I'm putting out content every day, videos at 5:30 PM every single day to help you guys improve at FIFA, get better at the game. And yeah, let me know in the feedback what you think of the video, if there's any videos you want to see moving forward. One video I'm going to do this week is looking at each position and what stats you want on players for that position. But yeah, here's the tactic. It's 4-2-3-1. I don't use drop back anymore after the patch because I find drop back just sits a little bit too deep. When you sit really deep, it just gives a bit too much space for people to dribble and use long shots a bit more. And on the new patch, because shooting and dribbling's been buffed, it's not crazy buff, but it's enough that if you're on drop back, I think you just give up a bit too much space to your opponent, which is something you just obviously don't want to be doing. So I think balance works a little bit better. What I will say is an absolute key is use overload ball side. When you watch me play a game, you'll see how it looks and works, and I'll explain why I think it's so strong, but it just makes it so hard to break down. The only negative to it is you give a lot of space down the wings, but you can switch to the fullback and cover that manually anyway. To do that in game, you just press the down arrow and then right arrow. Simple as that. Sticks it on, and it's very, very, very hard to break down. All the pros are using it right now, and I can't recommend it enough. Yeah, 4 width, 4 depth. At the moment, very standard offense. I put a little bit more players in box to give me a few more options, but the offensive style I just have on balance. I find possession's not a bad one if you're leading in the game, because when you're leading, it just literally allows you to keep the ball more, gives you more short options, makes it harder for your opponent to get the ball off you. But fast build up just leaves you isolated. Long ball I don't like particularly because I don't think the players make as good runs. Balance just is the most literally balanced. 5 width, 4-2-3-1 has quite a lot of width anyway. You might want to up the width if you played someone playing overload ball side. Instructions, I want my striker on stay central, stay forward. I don't want him on getting behind because so many people sit so deep that I find your striker just runs offside into a position he's never going to get the ball. I leave my midfield up cam on default everything. I put my 2 outside cams on comeback on defense and get into the box. Comeback on defense just makes you a lot more sturdy defensively, gives you a lot more options. Cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking, cover centre on the CDMs. I think cover centre is just so important because generally most goals on this game come from you giving up too much space in the middle, and then everyone in the defence is on stay back while attacking. If you need a tactic to go to if you're losing a game and chasing, going all out, 4-4-2 constant pressure, 10 width, 10 depth, everyone get forward. You'll leave yourself very open to counter-attacks, but it's absolutely crazy the pressure it can provide. Okay, I'm going to show you a game with these tactics. I'll just do one half and explain it as I'm playing. At the moment though, I find this tactic a bit boring almost to use. Like, I'll introduce some more tactics again in the next few weeks that may be more fun to use, but if you wanted to look for the one that's probably going to most likely guarantee you the best results right now, the 4-2-3-1 is absolutely incredible. You need 2 CDMs who can just sit in front of the defence. They need to be decent on the ball so you can keep possession. Fast attackers, fast strong defenders, but it's very simple. The attack's probably not as good as some of the other formations, but the defence and possession options are so good in it. It's just so hard to do anything against. Okay, who are we playing here? Don't recognise them. Decent team, not incredible, but it's a pretty good team. That Ben Yedder looks insane. The Sevilla centre back's really good as well. We'll record the first half here and see how we get on. The year of the rat. Okay, so we make sure we put overload ball side on. You'll really see what overload ball side does when I'm defending. So even though the fullbacks are on stay back while attacking, you can still let them get forward. Like, I still run forward with them and attack. You can even do 1-2s with them. It's just generally you don't want them to be pushed too far forward. This formation and tactic, a lot of it is about being patient. So many people are so negative on the game, how they defend. It's so hard to break people down, so a lot of it is about patient. Patient build up, taking your time, waiting for the gaps to create. Can use some LB dribbling. Oh, that should be a goal. I've messed that up there. If I put any more power on that or take another touch, that's 1-0. I don't know why I didn't. But you can see there, the outside cams give a bit of width, take his fullbacks out, and then a lot of it's just there about patient with your cam. Okay, this is a little corner technique I use. I pass it to the... Oh, bloody hell. I pass it to the edge of the area, and I look to play it to someone in the box, but if they just give me that space with Butcher, then I'll have a shot. You see there, my team are very central here. Okay, watch how my team now. This is the main part of the tactic, the defense. Tactic with overload ball side. Okay, look, everyone's just covering the middle. Look how many men I've got behind the ball. There's just hardly any space. It's going to be so hard for him to break me down here. He's bamboozled. He's having to go the other way. See, look. He got very lucky to keep the ball there, but he ended up just passing it in straight into danger. See, lots of men covering, very hard for him to do anything. This tactic, overload ball side with the 4-2-3-1, can turn any decent player into a top defender. It's that good. It will very much frustrate your opponents as well. Like, pros are struggling to break people down in weekend league with this. The reason it's so good is because it just gets so many men back, congest in the middle of the pitch, and then the 4-2-3-1, because you've only got one striker, everyone except for the striker can come back on defence. And there's just so many men covering the pitch. There we go. Look, it's patient build-up. That's the key to this tactic. You see what I do in defence. I get every man behind the ball. I cover the middle of the pitch. That's where the danger is. You see there, Messi makes space in the middle of the pitch. But then you have to be patient build-up. You have lots of width, lots of options, 4-2-3-1. Keep the ball, wait for the opening, bit of magic, bang, there you go, goal. Now my opponent has to chase the game, and you've seen how hard it is to break it down. Lots of men in good positions here. Even there on kickoff, that's poor by me. Even there though on kickoff, where he got a bit of the kickoff boost, he still couldn't break it down because I still had enough men helping me. Kickoff is crazy. The kickoff boost he was getting there was absolutely crazy, but luckily the tactic worked. We had so many men back. If you're trying to play beautiful FIFA, really attacking, high press, like trying to replicate like a Liverpool style something, this isn't the tactic for you. But if you want a tactic that can maximise your wins, maximise your potential in weekend league, this is it for you. It might be quite draining, hard to play, but it's just so effective. And ultimately I'm trying to help you guys improve as much at FIFA as I can, help you get as many wins as possible, so I'm going to recommend you what I think's OP on the game. David Luiz, by the way, what a card. Absolute monster. Close ball controller. Baby Rio's a bit of a nightmare to get around as well. Oh, Pele. I wanted to do that to Mendy, but he stopped. You can see my opponent's starting to press me a bit more now. It's a sign he's getting frustrated. There, the gameplay just would not let me turn. Alright. .45th minute. There we go, no issue. It weren't 45th minute, I meant more than I was thinking he was going to play for the 45th. Okay, I'm going to play for the 45th here. For anyone who doesn't know about the 45th minute, I basically think, and a lot of people think, you get almost, not all the time, that's a problem with FIFA, a lot of times it's not very consistent, but you can get like kick-off boost from it. Good defending by him. That's awful. Okay, the stats at half time are probably not going to be the most thrilling. Not a very exciting game, but the problem is I'm at 200 skill rating in Div 1 Rivals. Quite often the games are very often like this, not the most exciting to play, not very enjoyable. That's this FIFA, I don't know. But this tactic, you can see, it's so hard to break down. My opponent had 2 shots from very bad positions. He was never going to score with them. It's so hard to break down. This is someone at top Div 1 Rivals who can't break it down. And then the possession, 57%, very good for it, very effective. If you can master this tactic and play this way, it will massively improve your results in Weekend League. I hope you've enjoyed this video, boys. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think. Have a good day and make sure to subscribe and check the videos out every day at 5:30 PM. Peace.